Here we go. We're live now, Ollie. Ollie's been waiting patiently for us to start. He wants to know. He wants to know the answer to the question.
Yeah, I've got.
So welcome. Yeah, there's been a few Kent-based jokes in the in the comments there. But welcome everybody. Today we're going to be drinking a couple of beers from Utopian. Well, we're going to be drinking essentially it's the same beer, except one is their normal lager, and one is the unfiltered version. And me and Craig had these cans for a little while, and we've been trying to make this video, but life gets in the way sometimes, and it's not always possible.
Yeah, I got 4 cans from them about 3 weeks to a month before it went. Everyone knew about them, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think they did do it on Craft Beer Hour. I think.
They had a that's where I first got a box from. I got like the Craft Beer Hour box, and it was a showcase of the beers. It got a really nice. I should have got it. I got a really nice pint glass with it.
Yeah, I must admit, that glass is.
Yeah,
I don't generally go crazy on glasses, especially lager glasses, but that's pretty good. It looked quite thick as well.
Exactly. Yes, it's like my water glass that I just use all the time. So no, it's good, and it was their release of their Maibach lager, and that was I've not had too many Maibachs before, but I've had a couple of the classics, and then that one, and it was damn good. But I don't know what it's like where you are. It's rainy here, but it's still muggy and
it's
hot as hell.
It's been sort of cloudy, threatening all day, but it's not done anything yet. But it's a bit coming, but yeah.
But I still think it's lager worthy weather. Yeah,
it's raining sunshine, I guess, for the time of year. But yeah, but no, I can't remember what I got. I got 4 beers. I have a look now. Did you have the Pilsner, the one in the white can? The white can. I got obviously these 2, and then what one is it? Oh, the dark lager. I've got the Munich Dunkel lager. Yeah,
I that's supposed to be really good, and that's one that I really want to try. And I think they have rebrewed it recently, so that will probably be out in a couple of months. Yeah, so I mean, I got these for a mate. Said, "Oh, do you want?" Because he put an order in, and I'd never heard of them. When was this? I reckon it was like quite a while ago. I mean, what's the date of your cans? It says
I've got my batch number, so that'd be
interesting. Yeah. It's mine just says best before 18th for the 11th 20. So it's
mine are best before the 15th of October, both of them.
Yeah.
So that kind of gives you probably a gauge of how long I've had the beers.
Yeah. Well, you probably had them for a couple more weeks before I had them. So
I just had them ages, and then. But anyway, I'm quite intrigued. They're nice looking cans as well, aren't they?
They've definitely got a cool theme to them all.
Yeah.
And the sort of unique thing about this beer, so they're predominantly a lager brewery. I think all lagers really, but they use all British ingredients.
Interesting.
To recreate sort of these German and Czech and Bavarian styles, I suppose. So I don't know if it does sort of say the what hops and stuff that they use sometimes on it. But I don't know if this one does. Our signature premium British lager is influenced by the Bavarian Helles style, but just like all Utopian beers, it's been brewed solely with the finest British-grown malted barley and hops.
Yeah, barley and hop. That's all I've got.
Yeah.
I don't know what other places. Let's have a look. I'm just looking at the normal lager, not the unfiltered at the moment. What do they say on there? It's probably going to be exactly the same. I think it is. It's exactly the same. So that's no help either. But yeah, very low. They've actually got IBUs on Untapped, which is interesting. You don't normally find that out about a lager.
No, exactly. Yeah. Well, I believe, unless this is someone who's made up a quick account, this is clarifying what we asked. This, I believe, Richard Archer is the owner of Utopian.
Cool. Awesome.
So there goes. Answer our question. Packed 6 months before the best before end date. So There we go. So still relatively fresh cans then.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying, Richard.
Excellent. So mine got one in April then, of course. So 15th of April, I guess.
Yeah. But anyway, shall we? Enough waffle. More drink. So the whole main point of this video, I suppose, is to look at the differences between the I've cracked the standard version, I suppose, the filtered version.
Yeah.
And it's just to see if there is a lot of difference, if they're very similar, and to try and sort of pick out the differences. Really, I suppose it's not every opportunity. It's not always you can sort of try these beers side by side a lot of the time.
Absolutely.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Oh, and here we go. Look, see, we're getting all the info now thanks to Richard. Hops of Fuggles, East Kent Goldens, and First Gold.
Wow, cool.
There you
go. East Kent Gold is my neck of the woods. So I think First Gold I think that is a locally grown hop. I know it's south sort of coast, Hampshire, Dorset, Devon. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What I remember reading about it ages ago. Probably wrong.
So I think what we'll do is we'll look at this beer first, then look at the other beer, and then sort of compare them side by side, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, this one, absolutely pin bright. Yeah.
And really nice looking beer, nice crisp, what you expect really for the style and all that sort of jazz.
It's making me sort of salivate just looking at it. Really, I've sort of could do with a lager all day.
Yeah.
Let's go for a little sniff, shall we?
Well then. Yeah, it's quite strong in that that kind of lager yeast.
Well, I'm getting for me. It's sort of lemongrass.
Yeah.
It's sort of pungent and herby, and with that little kick of citrus.
Slight spice almost.
Yeah.
White pepper. Nice. Smells good.
Yeah, it's made me salivate even more actually.
It's quite pungent.
Yeah.
Because some of them can be a little bit, but this is like, I'm here kind of thing.
Yeah. There's even a bit of a sort of a brown bready quality to it. But let's go for a taste. Cheers. I'm gasping.
Yeah, getting that malt base quite well on the taste.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is crisp, refreshing, everything you want in a lager, really.
That's just sharp, isn't it? It's right.
Yeah.
It's right to the point, sort of. Like a lemon piff almost. Yeah.
There is a I'd say there is a chewy malt quality to it, which is actually quite interesting. It's not sort of one dimensional, is it? It's you say there is that sort of citrus sharpness to it, but it is sort of rounded out by a bit of a bready malt character.
Yeah, 4.7%. 18 IBUs apparently.
Okay.
Really, I mean, the body is a little bit more than, because you get a lot of these pilsners and they can let you down, I think. I mean, I'm not crazy. Although this year I've drunk a lot more kind of lagers than I have done probably in quite a while.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just nice to come back to something that's brewed really well, and it's
and I always think like a bad lager will stand out massively because it's sort of the old sort of adage that you can't hide behind a lager.
No,
it's either sort of good or it's bad, and I mean this one tasting damn good to me.
Do you want
to crack the unfiltered one?
Yeah, absolutely. So same ABV, of course, so which it should be, as it's an unfiltered version.
Yeah. Let's go for it. Do you have any expectations of like an unfiltered beer? or not really.
Slightly hazier.
Yeah.
I've just shown you how dirty my glasses is. But well, mate, yeah, it's slightly hazier.
Yeah, it is. That one was absolutely pin bright see-through, wasn't it? Whereas this one, I mean, it was never going to be a sort of unclear for years double dry hop looking thing, was it? But yeah.
No, it seems to. It's probably the different glass, and obviously I've just cracked it, but it seems more carbonation in this one. Perhaps it's probably just the glass.
Yeah, again, I don't know if it was different glasses or my crappy pouring, but this has got a little bit more sort of head sticking around. My one.
Yep, absolutely.
Don't know. I mean, this is all just saying what I'm seeing in front of me. It's I'm not sure if that's got anything to do with with it being unfiltered.
It just seems to have more carbonation. It's really streaming, like almost like well, obviously it's not, but like that Hefeweizen look.
Yeah.
So obviously they're a bit hazier, of course, but the carbonation is very sort of similar.
Yeah. Should we go for a sniff?
Yes.
Wow, I would say that's actually markedly different. For me, it's a sweeter lemon.
Yeah.
Almost got a bit of like a lemon cordial, like lime cordial thing about it. I'm not getting as much grassy or herbal quality.
No, it's not sharp on the aroma as as pointed, if you like. It's that sort of it seems more rounded sort of aroma. Still very nice, of course.
Yeah,
it's more of a waxy, bit more sort of waxy lemon.
It's a lot sweeter, not so herbaceous.
Yeah, it smells good though.
Let's go for a taste, shall we?
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. I've got to go again.
Yeah. I would definitely say. I don't know if it is a lot sweeter. It's not as sort of crisp or drying for me.
I'm getting a lemon rind sort of waxy lemon with a little bit more of a muted like we was getting on the aroma herbaceous type kind of deal, but still there, just a little bit more rounded, I'd say. It's not as that sharp.
Yeah,
I'd say not quite as quenching as the lager itself, but still pretty still very kind of easy drinking, and just
exactly. I mean, I think the unfiltered one is very nice, but the non or the filtered one. Struggling to figure what to call it. That for me is sort of what I want in a lager, where it's that sort of crisp, clean finish. Whereas this, because of that sweetness, it finishes sweeter. It doesn't finish as dry. Almost giving it sort of it's almost like a. I know it's not hoppier, but it's giving me more of sort of like a pale ale vibe.
It's got that. It's definitely more of an edge to it.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to be quite so different. I thought it was going to be like we have them, and
I thought it'd be very subtle, but it's a little bit more than that. Still a lager, of course, but it's more. It's going. I'll probably taste a little bit more of the hops, I'd say.
Yeah. I don't know if it's yeast. I don't know if it's yeast character, because essentially that's what the haziness is. It's suspended yeast. So
but maybe hop particles or whatever have latched on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not being a brewer, I don't know. So
Oh,
But yeah,
Richard saying, thanks for covering us, guys. Please, you like them?
cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, definitely do.
That's awesome. Thanks for
And
joining us.
we're not just saying that because you turned up to have a look.
No, I've been looking forward to it for ages. It's like I've still got the other two. Was it the Pilsner and the Dunkel in the fridge? I've had them, like I say, for ages. So I will actually give them a proper review.
Yeah. That I really want to try. I will definitely get that Dunkel once it's come out again.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I must admit, I might go out and get that if they do another. I don't know if that my box still about or not. I don't know. I haven't looked.
You probably be able to still buy it somewhere. It's it was really good. I mean, it was quite hefty. It was like 7.5% or something like that, but it drank way easier.
Yeah, I like the artwork on it. The can design it's quite appealing.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of like they use the same design, change the colours and the
that sort of rainbowy sort of effect. I like all that. So.
Yeah, I've just gone back to try the filtered version, and this is doing it more for me. I like the other one, but this one's doing it. It's revving my engine.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just going straight back. It cuts to your first, like really hot, kind of. Hey,
comment from Hopsy, subjugated by my GBL brothers. Grab a couple of lagers, Rob.
Yeah.
come and join.
Yeah, how you doing? All right, mate.
Ollie's saying elbow cough.
Yeah,
that's how you got to do it now.
Of course.
And he's saying he'll do a rival show of Rob review some White Claw and Artisan mayonnaise.
Elbow cough. Yeah, don't touch your elbows. No, they're both really nice. There's not much between them, but yeah, I do prefer the unfiltered for sure. It's just gets you first when it's really hot or something, and you want a decent made lager. Have one of them. It's like it's just the best.
Yeah.
When you've got when you really fancy something, just sort of no nonsense. Just have a beer. Don't have to think about it, and it's like, yeah, that's just perfect.
Yeah,
perfect for it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, barbecue or whatever. It'd be awesome.
I'm still like surprised that there was such a difference. Really, I mean, it is only changing one characteristic about the beer. It's not filtering out that yeast that's left in there, and it can change it quite dramatically. Yeah,
no, they're that carbonation's died down now as well. So it was. Well, that's still.
Yeah, you see the unfiltered one. I know we poured the filtered one first, but like the head's still sticking around on the unfiltered one more.
Yeah, look. Yeah. I mean, I've got similar. They're not exactly the same sort of glass.
Yeah, I tried to get two like pretty similar glasses, but
I could have done it in Teku's, but that wouldn't be. There's the carbonation again. And that's quite nice as well. That's kind of lemony, slightly kind of white pepper.
Yeah, I don't know if they've put on the can.
I didn't look at the.
If
all this in.
It's just I'd like to know sort of like the reasoning for why they wanted to do an unfiltered version. It'd be interesting to see if they're trying to sort of just.
Yeah, I mean, it might be just. Some people like. It's just, I don't know if it's probably got no reference to other beer styles, but I don't know. Perhaps they just wanted to see for themselves.
Yeah.
And then they thought, well, we'll put it out there, we'll can it and put it out there.
Yeah, because cool. I mean the lager that I have the most experience with being unfiltered, and I've never tried a filtered version. I don't think one exists. Is Adnams, but that's sort of like a dry hopped, unfiltered lager.
Yeah.
So I think that's sort of like it's already hoppier.
Yeah,
normal. So it's almost like a different beast anyway. But I don't know if any of the do any of the macros do an unfiltered version? Is there like an unfiltered Carling?
Yeah, there is an unfiltered. Oh, I can't even remember. I think there is, but I can't. It's just not having many lagers. It's just don't know.
I think Utopian got a tap room. I wonder if they sort of if they're on sort of side by side, they get a lot of people sort of going, "Oh, what's the difference? Why would I get that one, or why would I get that one?" I suppose actually a little thought came to me then. If they've got a tap room and they're like solely like a lager brewery, is the unfiltered one maybe for people who aren't necessarily just wanting a lager? Because for me, it's not drinking like a pale ale, but I'd say it's getting on with that sort of more lemony sweet citrus thing that's got going on for it. It's a little bit different to just drinking a lager. So maybe that could be a reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just to offer a bit more choice and a bit of a flavour diversity.
Yeah, no, I just find them really interesting. Just from the same brewery, of course, it's pretty much the same beer. It's just two different tanks, I would assume. Or perhaps I don't even know how many tanks and stuff they've got. But
and that's where Yeasty Boys brew now as well. So maybe they've got a big Yeasty Boys offering. Yeah, Yeasty Boys brew out of Utopian now.
Oh, because I
think they have for I think they have for a little while now.
Because I had a couple of beers from them, and their beers were brewed at West Berkshire Brewery. And obviously, before that, it was Ellen in Edinburgh. Yeah,
Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland.
Yeah, up there
over that side of the wall. Yeah, but so yeah, I mean, I didn't know that. All right, okay. I think I might have heard it on the beer o'clock show, because I know I had a lady on there about a month or so ago. I can't remember. I'm losing track of everything with days and current stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So we just had a couple more comments come through that 404 Reality says Budvar do a unfiltered. Don't think I've ever had that. Right. I quite like Budvar. Big fan of Budvar.
I'd like to try the Budvar Dark at some point.
Yeah. You don't see it too often, do you?
No. Normally Beers of Europe, I think, is the only place I know.
And apparently Pilsner Urquell do one as well. Quite nice from them. Yeah.
Right.
I want to. One of the places that I want to go to is I do want to go to the Czech Republic, and just drink lager, like really cheap lager for like a week.
Yeah. The Rory is just the one above was.
Hello, Rory.
Yeah, how you doing, mate? I looked at their website about a month ago, and I was like, oh, and I was like, you know what? I just want to. I've been spending sort of money locally, generally, from bars and breweries and stuff, so I've trying to be keeping it a bit local rather than going online, because all the pubs have been shut. To me, they're still shut. I mean, of course, but obviously I know they're open. But
yeah, so
yeah, there's a few breweries I've been like, oh, I'd like to. Then I feel guilty that I'm,
yeah. But Braybrook, I'm yet to try a Braybrook. Yeah, but they're supposed to be really good.
Yeah,
there's lots of breweries in the last couple of years just specialise in lager, popping up in the UK. It's found a niche.
They were at London Craft Beer Festival last year. That's how I heard about them.
Yeah, I wasn't in the market for a lager when I was at London Craft Beer Festival.
Yeah, I must admit, after about 3 or 4, I didn't know what I was after either. So,
it's got a comment coming from Rob there saying, "If you replied, I didn't hear it." We did. do they have Utopian Lager at the Triangle, Rob? He's drinking all the double IPA. He still loves both, as in both of us. We love you too, Rob.
Yep, it's all good. Good.
I saw Rob's beer hall video you did of Pressure Drop, and it was just
I saw that
hoppy IPA.
Yeah, I think one stout.
Yeah, left-handed giant stout.
One stout and 15 IPA. It's like,
yeah. Well, it's hop scene for a reason. It's not malt scene.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's the second channel.
Yeah, no, I done a little purchase yesterday. Can't even remember what I got now. I got 3 Burnt Mills.
Okay, is it the double Citra?
Yeah, double Citra, Clouds of something, and 3 of the more recent.
Yeah, I had the land. Is it that? Was it? Did you get the Lands Apart, the Northern Monk one?
That's the one.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I've reviewed the double Citra, but I won't tell you anything about it.
I'm gonna leave it sit for a while.
Yeah, I'd recommend that.
I only got one. I was going to get 2, drink one now, drink one. But I'm like, and then I'll just leave it for a few weeks. Yeah,
and then I've got the other one in the fridge. The other whatever it's called, Land of Clouds or Cloudland or whatever.
Whatever the hell it's called. They're exact 3. I've got the is it Guava and something goes from Brew by Numbers. You know, the yellow.
Oh
yellow
the yellow bubble writing.
But a few bits and bats. But anyway, back to these. I just really enjoying it, and this one, the first one, is going down a lot quicker. Yeah,
I almost want to now drink the unfiltered one, just so I'm left with the with the other one. But it's not saying that it's bad. It's just not my personal preference.
Yeah, I mean, if I hadn't,
but we've drunk them side by side, haven't we? We've drunk them side by side. So.
If there was, you started drinking and it was the unfiltered, I'll be perfectly happy. Just like, this is damn good. I think when you got an option, it's like it's just
and we've tried them side by side, haven't we? Because if someone sent me that, I just think it's a nice lager, bit sweet maybe.
But no, it's a good idea. I'm gonna go for that as well.
Rory's on Polly's West Coast IPA. Transit culture, pretty good.
Cool, you're drinking a lot of Polly's lately.
Rory got a big old haul of Polly's, I think. Bit of a homage to Sierra Nevada's Torpedo. Oh, Torpedo is a great beer.
Yeah, well,
Torpedo is a great beer.
I mean, it's just a shame we don't get it a bit fresher over here. That's the only. Torpedo is good. It's a big old bold resinous, proper West Coast. Yeah. Just delightful. Do they still do it in M&S or not?
I think every now and again it appears.
Yeah, I know.
In cans.
I did like that. It's like cans. Oh yeah, of course, cans. I've never seen a can of it. It's always been in little 355 stubbies.
Yeah. Yeah, every now and again you get some cans rock up in M&S. I got a big old can. Talking about lager, this fits in well. I got a big old can of Facts.
Right, which one?
It was just their normal 5% one. Wasn't one of the crazy ones, but
good.
Yeah.
Wait, that didn't Lidl do them for a while?
Yeah, that's where I got it from. That's where I got it from today. Because Harry at Blue Nose Beer Reviews, I think is on Saturday is looking at some. He's doing some like super lagers, and the only one I could feasibly get was like a special brew. And I didn't want to buy special brew. And then I saw this can and I thought, I'll get one of those.
I'll just watch. I'll watch.
Yeah, I'll sit there with my dustbin of beer.
I'll watch and make notes.
But going back to Rory's comment there, I've only ever had a few from Polly's. Had their Spur in a pub when it sort of first came out. I think it was when they were still Locker Polly. That was good, and I wanted to try that double dry hop Spur. But then I had one the other day, and it was really not good. And I always try to be positive about a beer. There was just something off with it. There was just it wasn't off. It wasn't like there was just something just not quite right. It was supposed to be a double IPA, and it was sort of sharp and bordering on sour. And
I've not had Spur. That's one. I had a couple of Oh, excuse me, I've got one of them belches coming.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
More than welcome.
Before when they were Polly's Locker Polly, Rob gave me a couple. So like, here you go. I'm like, oh, you know, like he does. Like, yeah. I'm like, oh, thanks. Take them home. And I'm like, okay. So they've since the rebrand, you know, and that since they got that Quest logo, as I call it.
Yeah.
They've gone, just a fixture now of the whole thing. Like one of the best. One of the best.
Yeah. I don't think I need to try more. I probably need to do what Rory did and do a big old order and get to know him intimately. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've just been relying on what local bars get, or mainly one bar. It's over at Margate, and they get lots of pressure drop, burnt meal. Recently, brewing by numbers. So they're the three larger breweries that they've been getting. They haven't been getting any cloud water, but then that's a whole another.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing, isn't it?
Whole different thing. That is another. That's,
and another whole video. That one.
That's a whole different. yeah, that's a whole different hangout. But
yeah,
I don't get involved in stuff I can't be doing at the moment. But yeah, so I mean, just. And then other little bits and pieces like another one is the Colonel. So other night. So
yes, whenever I see Colonel anywhere, I buy it.
Yeah,
it's the rule. It's the rule.
Whatever they get in, I'm like, yeah, I'll have one of them.
They're always such good prices as well. That's why I love the Colonel.
I mean,
it's always such a good
their
price.
export stout is just ridiculous price for the quality you're getting.
Yeah,
it's just like. Awesome stuff. I'd love that in a 500ml bottle, let's say, but then the price point would probably go up a bit. So
yeah,
I'd buy it.
But you get more beer, don't you? Or you could buy 2 free phase.
I've bought like 4.
Yeah.
When the
there you go.
Started, I bought 4 in one go.
It's like
I'll have some
2 pints worth.
They'll last until next winter.
Yeah,
about a week, just gone.
Yeah. See, here we go. Like we're getting you have to buy Colonel for reality knows. Yeah, Colonel.
Proper.
It's sort of because I always think I don't think I've ever had a bad Colonel beer. Some people probably have, but I've the ones I've chosen, I've never had a bad one.
No.
And it's sort of when everyone says it's like, oh, it's premium product, premium ingredients, the cost of the ingredients is so much, but like Colonel can put out those consistently balanced, drinkable beers.
Yeah.
All the time, and they've been doing it for years and years and years. Haven't changed their logo, their branding, that not done nothing, just kept going and going and going. And then but the price point hasn't changed either. They've always been accessible, and it's amazing. But is it because they've probably stayed at a level that they just know that they can constantly maintain that?
Another great thing I like about them, they don't scream and shout about it. They just
it's all word of mouth.
They don't.
It's all word of mouth.
It's like we don't want all that. If you drink a beer, you like it, you'll come back.
Yeah.
Not too many breweries in this day and age that, especially with the social media and all this sort of thing. There's not many.
I mean, even their label doesn't scream and shout, does it? It's
just reputation and not what they've read or all over Instagram.
And it's not even like they don't do different styles of beer. I mean, everybody. Well, going back to the lager theme. I didn't try it personally, but I saw everyone raving about their Pilsner. And if the Colonel were going to brew a Pilsner, you probably know it's going to be pretty decent. But it wasn't something that interests me really. But
was it Ella? Was it Ella?
Yeah, I think yeah.
I can't remember. I know it's in the last sort of few weeks. I'm like, oh, that's intriguing. I went to a tap takeover with them in February. Funnily enough. Down the road, and they were awesome. Just like, the beer de saison, they had a Bramlin Cross version. It's like, oh, that was so good.
Yeah, those beer de saisons are. I've had a few variants, and they've always been.
I had the Damson last night. That was pretty good.
When I went to the first Beavertown,
I didn't go.
People were like, there was the Colonel had a couple of beer de saisons there, and like a lot of people that I spoke to were like saying that was like the best beer of the festival. It wasn't for me, but like people was like rating it like that highly compared to all the other stuff that was there, and it's incredible, really.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I was just speaking to a very select microcosm of people, but it is a damn good beer. Oh, Brett's saying hello. Hello, Brett.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Roy's saying, yeah, it says something about how good their beers are, that they don't need all the bells and whistles with the branding. Yeah, it's like a confidence, isn't it? It's like, there's the beer, slap it on a brown label, get it out the door.
They're really interested. They like to brew styles, but then change the styles up. They'll have whatever style it is, and then it's all about the hops, showcasing the hops together or individually, and that's why that appeals to me. Chop and change ABVs, hops, but the beer essentially stays the same, which is slightly different. It was one of the first craft breweries that I actually drank from, actually, back in 2010 when I first started. I think the bottle shop just opened in Canterbury, and that sort of time. It's 10 years ago. It's just like, what? What? So
there you go. Good, my friends, supping some Bucky. Buckfast on a Thursday. I've got how good and smooth it is. Rebellion 2011 flashbacks. Hope you're both good. Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good.
But no, these beers are really good. Simple, but sometimes simple is better.
Yeah, well, it works. Well, again, it's the thing that I said earlier, where you can't hide behind a lager. If it's bad, people are gonna say it's bad.
Yeah, no, and obviously there's a fair few breweries now. We've got these guys, Baybrook. What's the one in London? There's another one in there. I can't remember what it is.
There's Donzoco in sort of Newcastle way, isn't there?
There's a fair few starting to. I know there's one in Manchester way. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, well yeah, isn't it called like Manchester Lager Company or something like that, isn't it? It's an on the nose name, that one. But yeah, there's a few sort of in London, and I mean it's if you're going to be a lager specific brewery, I mean it takes up tank space, it takes time. If you're going to produce a premium product, and I don't mean premium like a premium,
premium.
So they're not quick turnarounds. It's like an investment. It's not like you can churn out an IPA blah, 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 like in a couple of weeks. It's sort of an investment. So really need to try more British lager. Such an underrated style. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got Calvers around my way. They've been OG lager brewery.
Yeah. I mean, they've actually got beer festivals now, lager-only beer festival. I can't remember where it is. Is it London or is it up in Liverpool way? Or up that way?
Where do they have it? I saw Craft Beer Channel covered it, didn't they? It was in Manchester. It was that Manchester lager brewery who hosted it, I think. Is it Manchester Union? Is it Manchester Union Lager or something? I'm going to have to Google it. I don't know why I'm trying to guess when we could just Google it.
I like to be wrong. So.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's I know it was an all-in ticket thing.
Yeah, they're called Manchester Union. Is the name of the brewery. Yeah, which I did say before, but I had to verify with Google.
Very good. So, I thought it was Manchester. I wasn't sure. Like,
oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, Manchester, I think.
Yeah, but no, I mean a beer festival, lagers only. It's like. That's when I first went to ever a beer festival, what I thought I was going to. just different lagers I've never had before.
Yeah,
because I was an old drinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a song there somewhere. But and it weren't. It was all ales. I'm like, okay then. I'll have a pale ale or something, and all right. And then that's what started it all off, though.
Oh, really? You thought you were just going to get a load of lagers?
Yeah, went to a beer festival thinking I'll get a load of different lagers I've never had before. So I had a kind of interest anyway. That kind of try something different, kind of.
Well, I mean, like when I used to. So I was like a lot of people. You start off drinking lagers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to what I thought was better lager, with like Corona and Sol, because it seemed like more. I don't know. It seemed like more upper class. You're drinking this like fancy Mexican lager. We're really it's not. It's still just shit, but you think it's different because it's not the brands that you sort of grew up with.
Yeah. I mean,
and then it moved on quite rapidly from there. Really, I wouldn't say Corona got me onto beer, but it got me on the way.
I went, as I said, that's how it started. It was dilly dabbed with a bit of real ale, and then from there, going out on the lash like we all used to, sort of thing. By the end of the night, we used to go to what we call down here the Belgian bar, and then that opened up Belgian beer for me. But this is like back in the early 2000s, and then we'd already had a skinful, and then we started cracking open bottles of like 10%,
like a pint of quack.
Well, trying to session delirium and shit after being out for like 8 hours. Crazy stuff. And then I started to get a taste for them, and then that's how it all really started for me. It was Belgian beer started it all off back in the early 2000s, 2003, something like that. And Gads was actually brewed in the Belgian bar back then. That's how they first started.
Oh, really? That's where they kicked off. Yeah. Okay, I know the Belgian bar you mean.
Yeah, they had tanks in the back. You had to walk around the tanks to go to the toilet. You used to
really?
It's like a walkway above.
Oh, interesting.
Go around the tanks, and I remember all that really well. That sort of time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, so you remember it surprisingly well by the sounds of it when you were sessioning.
Just because
you
remember big tanks in a bar. It's like
exactly.
Not tall ones. They were more flatter ones.
Yeah. I know this what you mean.
Full of kind of ale.
Stuff. We can't let this comment slide by, can we?
I did.
Colonel Evans. Maybe some Vibrant Forest beers taste like Colonel, but I don't think anyone's gone. This Colonel tastes like Vibrant Forest.
No,
no disrespect to Vibrant Forest, but I don't think anyone's made that distinction.
I've never heard it before.
So someone might say this Vibrant Forest beer tastes a bit like a Colonel beer. I believe someone might have said that, but not the other way around.
No,
not on that one. I couldn't let that one slide, Brett.
I did sort of.
It's like a few of the this turned into a bit of a Colonel chat now. We said we weren't going to be on for long. We're just going to do those beers and then go. But exactly, yeah. The sort of saying about the Colonel thing, I always think that about Burnt Mill especially when they first started, and actually like speaking to Charles in the early days when they first started up in Suffolk, it was sort of like is that what they're going for? And I always think that's what Burnt Mill nail really is the same. They don't taste like Colonel beers, but they've got the same ethos where they just try and make drinkable beers. They're not trying to like even that crazy Imperial Stout that I had from them, the Weight of Brunch is still even though it was all I call it grown up flavors, even though I'm nearly a 30-year-old man. But it's not crazy pastry stout flavors. It's brandy and it's prunes and it's sort of rich dark espresso. so it's not crazy silly flavors, but it's still so drinkable. And I think that's what Colonel have done so well. If you want to pick it apart and do what we do and geek out about it and pick it apart and do all the shit you can, but if you just want to sit there and enjoy it and drink it, you're gonna really enjoy it.
I'm getting to the. I don't want to do that. I just want to drink a bit good beer, and it's like just drink a beer.
Yeah,
you don't need to review it, everything. Just he says, but yeah,
he says with the massive backlog of videos that he needs to put up with all the beers he's reviewed.
But it doesn't really matter, does it? Really, not really. It does to some, but then we'll leave that alone as well.
My comments are sort of they keep coming through in batches. It seems.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, they're not sort of drip feeding like they once did. That's the one Kaleidoscope was compared to.
Yeah, that was in M&S for a while. I don't know if it's still kicking about. Perhaps it's more gone regionalised with that.
Yeah,
we used to get it in London a lot.
Yeah, there's even a burnt meal in M&S now.
Yeah,
440 cam.
I've got it in the fridge.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a West Coast. I heard it's not a great example of a West Coast IPA, but what is nowadays? There's so much. It's a hot topic. Again, that's another whole video, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just about to say that.
Roy says exactly what I was thinking about the vibrant forest comment.
Well, I mean, perhaps some folk do, but I don't.
It's that sort of thing. They just want to make beer. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Colonel, they're not chasing any hype. They just want to make beer. Yeah, it's very connect. Yeah, it is. It's but it's funny, really. They're like a gateway brewery because they're so accessible and so easy drinking, but also they still have the beer nerd's heart, don't they?
Oh, their dark beers are just.
Well, even just like their pale ales, just their sort of 4.5% pale ale. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like there's so many styles that they just nail. Like table beer has almost become like the archetypal version of that style of beer. Like that's what everybody wants when they want to brew a table beer.
I think that's the OG table beer in the UK. I think that's certainly the first table beer I ever had was a Colonel. So.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Weight of Brunch was that stout was incredible. It was the last video on my channel. If anyone wants to go and watch that beer review. Yeah, it was damn good. It was so good. It's funny because I mean I've like that's probably up there in one of my beers of the year, and then one of the other beers of the year is a stout.
Look, do you see what I said I was going to do?
Yeah,
I was going to drink that first and leave that one to after, and I've not even been.
No, I've sort of done that. I've been drinking both as I've been going.
Oh, but, actually, that's what I like to do, and I weren't looking what I was drinking. Like, that's the wrong one.
But so Weight of Brunch, and I say it's a grown-up stout, but also one of the other stouts is that crazy Vault City one that I had, which was the most ludicrous, gimmicky stout, but it was still a ridiculously good beer. You could still taste that beer underneath it, which made it good. So that's like the two ends of the spectrum, isn't it? Like,
yeah, that's one beer I think this year that I really wanted to. As soon as I heard about it, it was already sold out.
Yeah, I just lucked out on it. I won it.
Oh right,
I won it on Sips. Yeah. So
I actually went on to their website and like, if this is still on there, I'm getting it. And they didn't have it.
I've got the other one in the fridge, but I'm gonna. There's no point trying to save it. You just need to drink that sort of beer because it's just all the adjuncts and everything just gonna die off, aren't they? So I'll probably drink it one weekend.
Absolutely.
But that Weight of Brunch, I think there will still be loads of cans knocking about that Weight of Brunch. If anyone wants a recommendation, I couldn't recommend Burnt Mill Weight of Brunch anymore. Vibrant Forest are going mad at the moment. As a fanboy, I want my 3 core beers: Kaleidoscope, Zur. I'll give you that one, Brett. Zur is a great beer. It's there. Is it gooseberry sour? It's some sort of sour, but it's a good one. And Multiplus. Butchered the spelling there. Oh, okay.
Your spelling.
Yeah, but Zur's a good. I'd completely forgotten about Zur, but that is a really good beer. That one. Can't remember what. It's some sort of fruit sour.
When they started canning, was it last year? Beginning of I can't remember. Beginning of last year.
Yeah,
might have been like back end of 2018. Actually, I think it was nearer Christmas when I first started seeing cans down this way. Quite shared a can with a mate. Right, I can't remember what it was. I think it was a double IPA of sorts, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
I think we had a tap takeover as well. They had barrel age stout that they do. I should know it. What's it called? Brett will know.
yeah. I know what you mean. Is it the Russian Imperial Stout?
Yeah, it's a big old lump of a stout.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes barrel aging doesn't.
No, it doesn't always make it better.
From the base beer doesn't make it, to that sort of thing. I find more often than not, the base beer is generally, for me, a bit better. I think it can take away. I always expect a barrel aged beer to be that and a little bit more on top, kind of thing. And
I always think that's why Omnipollo beers their barrel aged versions have never worked for me, because so you take like Noah or Aeon or whatever it's called now, and that's adjunct heavy, and they use flavorings and syrups and whatever the hell they use to get those flavors, and in a barrel that just all goes. It just all completely dies away because it's not their synthetic flavors. There's nothing to hold that there.
Yeah, I've had a couple of different barrel age kind of versions.
Yeah, but just the normal straight ones of those beers are always ludicrous, because that's how they should be drunk, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No one should ever hang on to one of those. You should just drink them.
Just drink them as soon as you can.
Yeah. That's what I'm learning with beers in general, really. I used to try and save beers, but now it's just like
certain things.
Yeah.
I don't think there's. I think with saisons and stuff, that's a whole different ball game. I find. I think they do developed, but then if you've got fruit and stuff, then especially creeks, you don't want to hang on to creeks because the cherries fall off or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's what I think I said before. We're going off on old tangents here. This is supposed to be about lager, but I had a load of framboise I'd sort of accidentally aged, because I was sort of it's my wife's favorite style of beer, so I was sort of we sort of hanged on to them, but then I just thought like these are just getting older and older, so we sort of went through them a little bit, and I was surprised about how well. I mean, I had quite an old Rosé de Gambrinus. That tasted amazing. I had a framboise. I had a Boone framboise, and that was incredible. It was like the 2014 blend. So it's not as old as 2014, but it was like whatever that date means on their thing. And it was incredible. Which I was so surprised by. I thought it was going to be a mess and vinegary and awful, but it wasn't.
No, it's interesting. I'm really enjoying these. Although we're talking about everything else, I might get some more of the this one. Not filtered with the other one.
Yeah, I finished the unfiltered, and I've got that much left of the filtered version.
Yeah, I've got that much left of the. I've done it the wrong way around, and I've got a dribble, a mouthful of that. But yeah, really nice.
Yeah.
And I might get some more, and then see what other styles. I'm looking forward even more now to the other two.
Yeah. The Pilsner was nice from what I remember, but like I definitely, based on these, I and what other people have said about that Dunkel, I'd love to get a can of that. So hopefully on this new batch, I'll definitely do that. But we're coming up to an hour here. We've dragged this out for nearly an hour, which is just crazy. But there we go.
So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and to be honest, I didn't
I think
didn't expect these many viewers or comments or anything, to be honest, because we just sort of chucked this up. And to have the owner of
yeah, that's awesome.
of the brewery stop by was really cool. So thank you for that, Richard. Always good. Yeah, good job. The beers were good, because otherwise it could have gone the other way. But yeah, thanks for Craig for joining me on this little lager expedition. It was fun.
See you in 6 months.
Yeah, and thanks for everyone for commenting and watching, because to be honest, I thought no one would, and we wouldn't get any comments because I didn't think people would find it that interesting. But thanks for that, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.
Bye.